I'm Idmar Chila.
And I'm Courtney Rogers. It's a story that's playing out all over the Middle East.
War forcing tens of thousands of civilians to flee their homes. In Mosul, the U.S. military and Iraq are investigating allegations that hundreds of Iraqi civilians were killed by coalition airstrikes. The Pentagon confirms that coalition warplanes struck ISIS fighters on March 17th in western Mosul. It's now looking into whether civilians, some of the possibly used as human shields by ISIS, died in that bombing raid, and another one on March 23rd.
And it's the war in the Middle East that has refugees fleeing to European countries for asylum.
The majority of the refugees are from Syria, and many of them go to Bulgaria. That's where we're going, to American University in Bulgaria, where they've just completed a documentary on the refugee crisis.
Hello, my name is Diana and I'm a student at the American University in Bulgaria. Last semester, my classmates and I have made a documentary about refugees who came from the Middle East to escape the war in the countries to Europe. We have visited Ovchikupila refugee camp in Sofia, Bulgaria, and talked to many refugees who shared their stories with us. We have also visited a refugee who managed to escape the refugee camp and to find a job. Were they lucky or unlucky? After watching our film, you'll have a chance to decide it for yourselves. We have interviewed activists from different organizations that help refugees and migrants. One of them was Jim Black, who is a missionary from the U.S. Baptist Church. He organizes music and language classes for refugees in the camps. All these stories are in our documentary, and we'd love to hear your feedback after watching.
Why don't they stay in their country and fight for their country? You know, people have all these arguments that probably sound good on the surface, but in reality, if they stayed home and fought, who are they going to fight with? Are they going to fight for Assad, for the rebels? Where are they going to get, you know, weapons? You know, we kind of soothe our conscience when we come up with, we rationalize. But truly, these are desperate people in desperate times. They're fleeing a war. There's many, many, many children involved. Just need to show some compassion. They're people.
My name is Bilal Hassan. I'm Syrian. Of course, I'm coming from Syria. To Bulgaria, I'm coming from Lebanon because I'm leaving from Syria in 2012, after the war started in Syria. And we are here for 2 years and a half with my family, my wife and my 3 children. Here in Bulgaria, I'm working in some company as a customer support. It's not my profession because I was a lawyer before. But, you know, we need to restart or to start to do something in our life again.
I tell to myself, okay, I must to go to another country. And I see another similar, he's Iraqi. I give him to 1,400 euro, and he take me to the force between Bulgaria and Serbia. And after 4 hours walk, he tell me just stay here, and I will see the area, and I return back for you. He never returned back. 4 days and a half with no food in the force alone. I go to hospital, and when doctor he come, he tell me, okay, cut. I told him, cut what? He told me, you lose your legs. Look, flesh is blue. He told me, you don't want to cut your legs. and the antibiotic is very expensive. We cannot give you antibiotic. I told him, listen, I come to Europa in my legs, and I will stay in my legs until I die.
You don't know how much you need to walk. Some people walking for 10, 15 hours. Some people walking for completely a day or 2 days. But I think we was a little bit lucky because we walking something like half an hour, and police come and catch us. After that, they take us to a prison. It's completely prison, officially. Not something like prison, no, it's prison. And first time I'm entering to prison with my family. You can imagine this, this girl before 2 years in prison. After these days, they decide to bring us to a camp. Camps here in Bulgaria, you cannot imagine.
My name is Cvetko Tsankowski. I'm the director of the Refugee Support Group Foundation. We were representatives of an independent network, and still are actually, independent network of volunteers and experts who have been involved in the last 3 years with pretty much all activities involved in the life and support of refugees on the territory of Bulgaria. Unfortunately, the reality is such that integration in Bulgaria for this moment anyway, or rather in 3 years in a row now, is generally impossible.
It has been 4 months since I'm here. The first month was being passed in Busmansi, the detention camp. I was there, and since 3 months we are living here with my family, and from different countries, from Syria, Iraq and Afghanistan, even from Iran, we are having people here. And I think nobody likes the situation of the camp and the behavior of the people, the behavior of police and authorities here, because nobody hears our voice. Nobody wants to know what problems do we have here. If we go to speak with anyone inside the camp, like with the manager or with the security guards, they say this is not our problem. If you don't like here, you either go back to your country or you will go to and book a hotel for yourself. We cannot let you be here and complain about everything. Just take it as it is.
To find accommodation here in Sofia for refugees is very, 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 very difficult, because the moment people see you as a refugee or you ask on their behalf, and they understand that they're refugees from Syria, Iraq, or etc., 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 they say, no, we can't do anything about it, sorry. There were many cases when Syrian people or people from Iraq, etc., etc., came here and they rented the place, and after a couple of months they just vanished. They went to Germany, which is okay for them, it's okay, but after that they haven't paid their utility bills, etc., etc., etc. So it's a bit of a practical question and a question of probabilities. When will they head to Germany or Sweden or France, the countries where they have a better life than here?
There are lots of people here that they each day get beaten by this group of people. I don't know, everyone calls it mafia. So when we talk with the police that this just happened, this group of boys or this group of mafia beating these people, they say that you should fight back. We cannot do anything about this. We are here for peacekeeping, and which by peacekeeping they mean that they are here to protect Bulgarian people from us, and they think that we are the fighters. We are here. We have come here to fight anyone or make problems here, but it's opposite completely.
He said, I come to here, I said, police, someone is fighting me outside. He said, police said, no problem, we go to camp. He said, don't take me to hospital, nothing else. The police is not talking, nothing. He said, it's okay, don't go, don't talk. You go to inside camp.
We haven't had one confirmed incident within a camp that is an assault, physical assault by administrator or guard. Signals that we have received were proved to be actually part of a phenomenon where refugees claim to and over-exaggerate the situation in Bulgaria. Cases like that, hundreds, if not thousands by now. Where a refugee who is determined to be subject of deportation to Bulgaria under the Dublin Agreement was not because he or she or their lawyer or an NGO would provide not even evidence but information about the quality of life in the camps or unsubstantiated reports of abuse.
Some 2 weeks, I think, in Obchakuba, I didn't see someone from police. Yeah, I heard it, not see it. I heard police beat, but I didn't see it because when the police come to check, you're afraid to go outside your room like this. I swear, when they come to our room, document. Hey, you are from Iraq, you are from Iraq. Return back to your country, like this. I heard it. Someone, a police beat someone and he was shouting, like this. We're afraid to go outside. So even if you go out, they will tell you, return back.
This country is not like Rapici. This country is not don't like Rapici. When you're going to outside, you're trying to fight. It's police, I swear to God, just I want to talk in. It's police, it's nothing this country. It's police is taking money from people. I come in Turkey from Bulgaria. I swear to God, some police in Bulgaria is catching me. He taking my money. He taking my family.
The conditions in the camp. You know, we've been into Voyana Rampa. They share bathing facilities. They share a kitchen. Very difficult, you know, to prepare a meal and try to find your place in line to put it in the oven and cook that meal. And I understand they are now being served 2 meals a day at Ovcha Kupul. I have no idea what's going on at Voyana Rampa. The Yazidi family, there's 15 people in a room that's might be 4 meters by 4 meters. And there are 1, 2, 3, I think 5 single-sized beds for 15 people. So yeah, there's 2 people on each bed for sure, and maybe more. Yeah. This is the one room I know about. The conditions aren't so. I'm sure speak to one of the refugees. You'll find out much more.
I think it's 500 people is inside. 500 people. So the one room we have 10 people. It's 4 family, 5 families in one room. It's room is small one. I can't go to the shower because it don't have water. It's hot. Only it's cold. I can't do it because it's 4 family, 5 family is living in one room. First time in this country, you take a fingerprint. When you go to another country, you take you back. It's like that. Okay, don't worry. I come back. I stay in this country, but give me paper. Give me something for my life. Don't worry. But you not give me paper. You not give me money. You not give me nothing. How can I live in here?
And I tell to myself, okay, Haidar, there is 2 choices for you. You must to go to another country. Maybe you will succeed and you will live, or you will die in the road. After Serbia, believe me, they help me. They give me 72 injection. Every day, 6 injection antibiotic, 3 here and 3 in my stomach. And they told me, now you are okay. Now my legs are okay, alhamdulillah. Thanks God.
If somebody tell me now, I will give you $1 million to try again, I will tell him, no way. Kids, they have now a lot of friends, and of course, they start speak Bulgarian. This girl also, she starts speak German because there is some friend helping us to send her to German school here in Sofia, and she speak Bulgarian and German.
First thing I want to ask the Bulgarian people, just I want them to know that we are here to make no harm. We just seek refuge from you. We want love from you, from your families, and as much as we do love you, really. And I want them to know that we really love them and want them to know this.
I can assure you that a terrorist will not get on a rubber boat, risk his children's life, make the journey these people have made. Personally, I have, in about the 3 years we've been doing this, I've never felt threatened, never felt in danger. I've just found the most loving people.
I would definitely say to not just Bulgarians, to everybody, to stop being afraid of them. They're humans just like you, they bleed just like you. If you're gonna fear them, that's just gonna make the situation worse. If you fear they'll be terrorists, then you're just making them into terrorists by shutting them out. If you fear they'll do bad things to you, well, when you're leaving them no other choice, what can they do? In the end, a human, when pushed to the extremes, will do things he cannot be responsible for.
Wow, what a interesting, in-depth story about the refugee situation.
Yeah, I think Bulgaria did a great job including this in our solutions journalism segment. I think that this just hit it right on the nose, and I think that getting the word out is incredibly important.
And then the impact it's had not just on, on the very people, but also the children. It was very impacting, and I think this is why we chose solutions journalism, is to talk about things that aren't normally being talked about.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. It was a beautiful segment.
Well, coming up on the Global News Relay, we'll go to Egypt, where people flock to one city for its medicinal properties.
Plus, a look into how women in Britain are working hard to break stereotypes associated with feminism.
And back in the United States, how students at Marquette University are continuing to help with disaster relief in New Orleans. All that and more when we return.